Whew. Well, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. So let's get open for business here and let's wake up the football gods this morning. And I mean early this morning. It is 5:30 in the morning. And got to get on the road early today. Got to take care of some business. Got to go down the country. Got to go down the country and take care of some heating and air conditioning units. Get back tonight. Pick up this washer and dryer and take them up the road tomorrow. Come back. Get the big sub. Don't know what kind of big sub we're doing for Tennessee. It should be probably barbecue, but I won't have the time to do the pulled pork. But we're going to figure out what we're going to do, but we know we need the big sub as we get ready to take on the Tennessee Titans that are beat up right now. This is going to be short and sweet because, like I said, I got to get on the road and things. There's all kinds of things that are happening in the NFL right now that are going to be interesting and bearing on the future of the Dallas Cowboys. We know that some teams are already in the process of saying the season is over, okay? And the Denver Broncos, after first thinking that they might have a chance to get Aaron Rodgers, which is why they hired Nathaniel Hackett, who was the offensive coordinator of the Green Bay Packers at the time, and figuring that would help lure Aaron Rodgers, ended up getting Russell Wilson, who some people thought was a better move long term, and it blew up in their face. Things have gone so badly in Denver. Randy Gregory move was just as bad as Russell Wilson's. Randy Gregory was doing Randy Gregory things and ended up punching a guy after the game. And this is after Randy Gregory has been injured, coming back from surgery in the offseason, and has been used sparingly. Only 6 games he played in this year. Part of the problem, I guess, for Randy getting on the field was they actually had a really good defense. But that defense has just said, I'm sick of this shit, and we're out. And it looks like complete just a sane asylum in Denver, and they had no choice but to get rid of Nathaniel Hackett. One of the people who's on the short list, and you have to believe that he could definitely be the head coach there, is Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn interviewed with them and then decided, you know what, I'm going to stay in Dallas as defensive coordinator. The question you have to ask is, does Dan Quinn want to be a head coach again? Because Dan Quinn will basically have the pick of teams he wants to go to. Now, here we have good old Sean Payton. Sean Payton has definitely let people know he's itching to get back on the coaching field. And he had put out there a couple of his parameters where he wanted to go to a warm weather spot and he wanted to have a quarterback in place. And it seemed like the Chargers and the Cowboys were the tops of his list. Now, the Chargers edict that was basically for Staley was they needed to make the playoffs. Well, it wasn't pretty the first half last night for the Chargers going against the Colts, but they ended up putting the foot on the gas pedal, and they are now a playoff team. So you have to think that they probably aren't going to be in the mood for a new coach or the market for one. The Cowboys at the moment are 11-4, having just beat the Philadelphia Eagles. You have to think that Mike McCarthy, unless there's something catastrophic that happens the first week of the playoffs, is probably safe being the first coach since the early 2000s to have back-to-back winning seasons in playoffs. So you look at it from the standpoint and saying, would they be crazy to fire Mike McCarthy if they make it to the playoffs and say win a game or two? It would seem to be, but then again, we've got Jerry Jones, who's an owner. So Sean Payton, wanting to get back out there, don't know what jobs they're going to be that are going to be warm weather with the quarterback in place. Arizona could be. Kingsbury could be on the hot seat. that may be the one that he ends up taking. I'm not sure that he wants to go to Denver with the Russell Wilson being what he is right now, which is just looking awful. But then again, maybe he can renovate his career. In the meantime, I have to go, and I want to play this clip from First Take. I don't know if the football YouTube gods will block this one or not, but it's just, I haven't even seen all of it, but I know Michael Irvin had to go off.
To be successful in group dynamics, when you work with people in a large setting like this, and you got a bunch of guys that are up and down, based on the day. I mean, that's very difficult. I mean, it's very difficult. This guy, Dak's the same person every day, in the fire, at practice, in the class. So, yeah, I just think it speaks volumes of his approach. I mean, he puts in on. You talk about another guy puts in tremendous amount of extra time, and so I mean, he's he believes in himself and he believes in his team, and he wears it on his sleeve.
All right, Michael, I'm going to start with you on this one. How impressed were you with the Cowboys' win on Saturday?
You put on a 40 burger, a 40 burger, a 40 burger on the #1 pass defense in the National Football League, a 40 burger where he did not, they haven't allowed over 250 yards passing, and that goes off. Yes, you threw that interception early on. He threw it. He got past it. We spotted him 10 points. So don't be telling me about, well, Jalen Hurts didn't play, because Gardner Minshew played pretty good. He played pretty good, and we still got it done. And Jalen Hurts don't play on that defense. I wanted to see what that offense of the Dallas Cowboys were going to look like against that defense of the Philadelphia Eagles. I started this season off. I was hurt when I had to go on radio stations in Philadelphia. But I have to tell the truth. I said I saw a dynasty over there. I saw it brewing. I saw it growing. I know. I built them. I brewed them. I grew them. I had them. I know what it takes. I had them in the 80s. I had them in the 90s, college, and in the National Football League. I had them everywhere, and I saw it brewing. And I said that the Philadelphia Eagles would have something. But what I saw yesterday is the Cowboys saying, hold up. Not on my watch.
Not on my watch.
They're going to do it. They're going to have to go through us. And that 40 points, man, up on that Eagles defense looks so good. Because that was talent on talent. We spent all these weeks talking about the interceptions Dak throwing. I said, I don't care about that. I don't care about that. As long as he's putting up 35, 37, 40 points a game, we can win some football games. He put up 40. A 40 burger.
A 40 burger.
All right. You know I love you. All right. Best game I've seen Dak Prescott
play. You were calling for his head, Dan. You were calling for his head, Dan. You were calling for his head, Dan. Yes, you were, Dan. You were calling for his head, Dan.
No. I was not. I
Yes, you
wanted
were.
to play to the expectation level. I'm going to give you some love right here. I'm going to give you guys some love right here. I'll be honest with you. It's the best game I've seen Dak Prescott play since week 1 of last season versus Tampa Bay. Okay, the playmaking with his feet. He finally saw the field well. He was clutch when they needed him to be clutch. I'd also say this, playmaker, that's the best game I've seen Kellen Moore call maybe this season.
There you
I
go.
thought the Chicago game was up there as well. That's the best game I've seen him call. If I was an Eagles fan, again, I was there yesterday, and I was telling them all, I'd be concerned about this one because Dak looked like an absolute trained assassin in that game. And I love Darius Slay, and I love Bradbury. And I've said they're the best corners in football duo-wise. They got picked apart. They didn't play disciplined football, and they got absolutely picked apart. And if I was an Eagles fan, I'm sitting there watching that game going, wait, the quarterback just lit us up. He threw right at our corners. We don't have anybody to cover CeeDee Lamb in the slot. They cannot cover CeeDee in the slot. Their linebackers got picked on by their tight ends. So I'd sit there and go, like, that one gives me a little bit of, reservation. That one causes me a little bit of pause. That being said, 3 of those 4 turnovers don't happen if Jalen Hurts is in the game. And that is Dallas won the football game, but 2 of those turnovers are in short fields that kind of give them relatively good situations to go score points. The first interception, Jalen Hurts takes off at least and runs for 10 yards. And then the first fumble with the missed exchange does not happen with Jalen Hurts in the game. And I don't think the second interception happens with Jalen Hurts in the game either. So while Dak played great and CD was a difference maker and the offense was rolling, and it would concern me, Jalen Hurts not being in that game totally changes how many of those interceptions and or turnovers happen.
Yeah. And listen, and I'll give you that. I say Jalen Hurts is worth something over Gardner Minshew, even though Gardner Minshew played a very good game. He played a very good game. But this is what we must also add. I texted him last night. You told me on my podcast that you were going to do it, and you did it. T.Y. Hilton. T.Y. Hilton went off. You see that play, T.Y. Hilton? If you just talked about it, Dan. You just talked about it. You can't stop. Philly can't stop CeeDee Lamb in that slot. If T.Y. Hilton can give anything like that play he made down the field, right there on your screen right now, I'm talking about plays up the field for the Dallas Cowboys. This opens everything up, Dan. This everything. Now you got Michael Gallup and T.Y. Oh, my goo. Oh, my dude.
Oh, my goo.
This is
my goo.
Now you got to back up.
Oh, my goo.
Now you got to back up. We can run the ball like we want to run the ball. You got total control of the middle of the field with CeeDee Lamb, like you just said, because you can't stop him in the middle of the field. This is going to be the problem right here, not just for the Philadelphia Eagles, but for everybody as the Dallas Cowboys goes into this playoffs. Now that T.Y. Hilton has been added, nobody's talked about that, but just that one play right there, a set a whole stage for the rest of this run.
I think one of the things, too, that we have to point out is not only like the performance by Dak was very impressive, and RC said this morning, going back to last week versus Jacksonville, the game ends on a pick six. And then they go on the start of the game, or to start that game, he throws another pick six to go down 10-0. The mental resolve that he does show to not blink, I do have to give him credit for that. And to not fold, that's a big deal. But I would challenge you in this, Playmaker. While I can say that, we always say this about your Cowboys. Do it again. Like the lack of consistency that happens week after week with their performance is why we have reservations about them. And the reality is this. Gardner Minshew put 34 on you guys as well with 4 takeaways. So offensively, you're still going to struggle to slow down Philly when they're loaded. You're still going to struggle to slow down San Francisco. I think you'd struggle to slow down Detroit's offense right now if they get in. Carolina ran the heck out of the football. So, like, for these teams that you're going to have to somewhat see in the playoffs, your defense still is an issue with the ability to stop people. And the fact that Philadelphia's offense with a backup quarterback hung 34 on you still has to be a concern as you guys go. Because I don't see, like, Dak, do it again. Do it again. I praise you for what you did Saturday. Do it again.
Right. But I'm with you on that. And this is why I've always said I hear what you're saying about the interceptions, but I need Dak to be aggressive because I need the 35 points. I need the 40 points. The Dallas Cowboys defense hadn't had one sack over the last 3 games. One sack. They've given up back-to-back passing yards more than they've given up all this year in back-to-back games and passing yards. You know, so yeah, I know there's something going on. Michael Parsons isn't fully healthy. So we got to outscore people. That's what I'm talking about. So that's why T.Y. Hilton is here, and now T.Y. Hilton to give us that added depth. We need to do better things on defense. We're still working on that secondary. So when it comes to it, Dak Prescott is raising the level. And you guys asked him to do it. You talked about it. He said raise the level of the players around you. And he has done that. He is doing that. Man, I'm telling you, I watched that game the other day, and I know Jalen Hurts was not in that game, but I said to myself, you beat the best, that means you are the best, and just for the psyche, had Philadelphia won that game, that would have crushed the psyche of Dallas. How am I going to beat you at your best if I can't beat you with your backup? You know, and that's why both teams held serve. Both teams won at their court. Both teams won with the backup quarterback in the game for the other team. Now when we see you again,
wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
Oh, here we go.
There's no way that you think they're the best team in the NFC.
Wait. What do you mean?
You said you beat the best. That means you are the best. You do not think the Cowboys... No.
Did they just beat the best team in the NFC?
Wow.
Did they just beat the best team in the NFC? I'm just saying. No. This is just us talking that they still going to the playoffs. We'll still see them in the playoffs. And yes, I love what San Fran looks like. But right now, y'all can't be doing that. Y'all can't keep moving the goalposts back, man.
They do.
I've been arguing with you guys every day about Philadelphia being the best team in the NFL.
You guys beat a team at home that turned the ball over 4 times with their backup quarterback by 6. And you're sitting here telling me you think you're the best.
Oh. You know, I'm going to leave it right there because I need to hit the road and stuff. Haters are going to hate no matter what. You know, give credit where credit's due because, you know, you guys, when you won with Cooper Rush at your house, it wasn't like y'all just kind of said, well, you know, we only beat your backup quarterback, and you took it easy on us. I got trolled like crazy about how bad the Dallas Cowboys were. So, you know, pound sand, Eagles. Cry, Eagles, cry. And with that being said, I'm going to be on the road. I'll be hitting you guys up while we're on the road and things with news that's coming up with the Dallas Cowboys. This is a short week. It is already Taco Tuesday, and the game is Thursday night against the Tennessee Titans. Can't wait. Oh, my God. And this year is over. Shout out again to all of the fans that got us over 50,000. We're at 50,102. So not only did we go through the threshold, we blew that mother humper down. I appreciate each and every one of you guys, and I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you on the road.
Our Coach here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe for the Sports Report.